This is the US. And this is China. And they're separated by a pretty big ocean, the Pacific. For a long time, that ocean said, "Mind your business, China!" And it worked. They were separated. Then ships and planes and capitalism existed, and now they're not separated. And distance is just inconvenient. Well, great. Now we're at the 1900s. America brought to the table democracy, markets, and freedom. They told China, "Hey, so we don't like communism." China obviously responded, "Alright, my dear friend, let's do communism." And then it got political. Gosh, for a while America pretended China wasn't there, but China didn't care, and it made stuff anyway. And it was awkward, but pretty functional, till the 1970s when somebody suggested that they talked. So they talked. And then factories appeared, and containers, whatever those are, moved, and numbers increased. This felt very successful, so America thought trade would change China. China also thought that change would change China. But they agreed on a trade and not an outcome. This shouldn't have been too bad, but it was the United States of America. What did they expect? Well, China grew quickly and visibly, and America noticed because, like, charts and stuff. So foreign policy shifted, I think. Well, now that China and America are back together, they start talking about values. America, obviously, talks about human rights and stuff, and China talks about stability and development. Both parties decided these were important, so they kept trading. And then competition starts. Tariffs, sanctions, and restrictions. Everything sounded temporary, but it wasn't, obviously. Supply chains were getting rearranged and stuff, and that's not pretty good. Well, whatever, that doesn't matter because now there's random boats. And the Pacific was already filled with boats, but now there's quite a bit more. And a lot of them are people who want to form alliances, but the others, they're either like rich people with yachts or something, or they're just big meanies, which is whatever. Now there's a line, and no one knows where it was drawn, because nobody drew it. So they decided to draw it, because that's kind of helpful when making a line. And that means that technology matters now, because chips are everywhere, and they contain really weird information, I think. I don't know how chips work. Because the foreign policy becomes technical, America goes and asks Russia and Japan and some other ones, "Can you say the word yes real quick?" They do, and America goes back and says, "Well, everybody's agreed to this weird thing. Let's keep trading." This is called strategy. America wants to stay on top, obviously, but China wants to keep rising. Well, now, isn't that a conundrum? Why don't they grow together? Oh, that would never happen. Are you kidding? We're the United States. Everyone probably wanted them to...
Bro, damn.
And they keep looking across the ocean at each other super menacingly. But obviously nothing happens, and so China says, "Hey, America, I don't like you anymore." A bunch of people come and beat America up. Great, well now you have no more friends, China. And that is probably the US foreign policy, or something, I don't know. And on my script here it says ding. I was writing this at 3 a.m, okay, I have no idea what that means, but ding?